All right, here we go. So game number 2 in a best of 3 featuring TNG versus PBU in the Helix Gamers League Heroes of the Storm Midseason Invitational Grand Finals on Braxis Holdout. I would not be surprised to see a Ragnaros ban here. Also wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of other bans. Let's see. I think we had TNG play Braxis earlier today, actually, and this was the Zagara map that surprised both Mystic and I in the first game. So it would not surprise me to see a Zagara ban or an Ario ban. Okay, so I guess that's one way to cut off everything that TNG has done on this map so far. We're just going to take away the Braxis Holdout. How do you like that? If that's not a targeted ban, I don't know what is. All right, so over to TNG. I think we'll see the ETC ban again. We've been seeing that all day out of TNG, so it wouldn't surprise me. Also not a bad ban, though. Works out quite well in these cases. So I actually support that. Although, as an ETC player, it always bums me out to have my favorite cow taken away from me. But it happens, and I understand it. And, yeah, it is what it is, you know. But Gul'dan banned. Okay. So Gul'dan is actually super strong on this map. This is probably, next to Tomb of the Spider Queen, his best map. He can clear the Zerglings really fast, and he actually does a good amount of damage, so that doesn't surprise me. And PBU saying, cool, you're going to leave the ETC. We are taking him pick number 1. Thank you, TNG. All right. Hey, that makes sense, but PBU, you left Ragnaros on the board, and you know what that might mean? That might mean we're going to see a Rag pick next. Maybe not, though. Maybe TNG already had a plan in mind for what they wanted to play here. It would not surprise me if that's what happens. But we'll just have to see what they go with. 20 more seconds. All right, Zarya Ragnaros. All right, so calling the Ragnaros, that didn't surprise me. Zarya also super strong on this map. And you can't underestimate the usefulness of her shields. In fact, had they had Zarya in the game before, there would have been a number of less kills on the side of PBU. But Morales and KT. All right, so Morales gets a ton of value on this map because she can keep one person out front super healed up just with the design of her kit. So she's actually a really strong pick. And it wouldn't surprise me to see maybe a Hammer pick up on the side of PBU at this point. Hammer also really strong. Hammer plus a solo laner, like maybe a Dahaka, maybe a Thrall, maybe a Sonya even. Let's see, who else do we have here that PBU has used as their solo laner? Sonya, yeah. Yeah, that one doesn't count. So let's see. Yeah. Alright, Dahaka ban. There it is. Dahaka is super strong right now. A lot of teams are banning him. And there's a mouth ban. We don't want you to have Malfurion as your healer. Suck it. But leaving Rhaegar open, which is not a bad choice here. EU, I think it was Fnatic was using Zeratul on this map really, really well to scout and to make sure those beacons were always on your side too. So Zeratul might actually still work here, and we saw last game Zeratul was really effective. And Zeratul loves to kill Morales. Like 100%. Morales hunting is like in Zeratul's job description. So that would not surprise me at all. Taking their time and thinking this through, though. Malfurion may have been something they were looking to pick, and now they're redesigning their draft. I have been on that side of it. Not always fun. All right. Greymane Lucio. Greymane is going to pump out some numbers, especially with a Lucio and a Zarya. Post 10, those shields are going to be crazy good. Yeah. All that's missing now is a tank, and at this point, I wouldn't be surprised to see TNG pick up Johanna again. All right, so Medivh is a solid pick. Medivh Sonya actually works pretty well. Medivh will keep Medic from just getting blown up immediately, so that's actually probably one of the better picks that PBU could have made. Sonya's strong solo laner. She will probably be soloing into the Zarya. So I'm not sure how well that's going to work, because every time she goes to spin to win, Zarya can just pop her shield on herself and say, that's cool, you might heal, but I'm going to be full energy and just blow you up afterwards. And TNG taking their time with this last pick. Muradin's available. Johanna's available. Varian's available still. You could Varian here pretty easily, actually, with this comp. And they take the Diablo. I am a huge fan of my Lord of Terror Diablo. So I am sorry, PBU. I know in Twitch chat I say you have a chance, but they have Diablo on their side. And the Lord of Terror does not take kindly to losing. And last game he lost. So he's going to be looking to visit some revenge on you. I lost the train of where I was going with this about halfway through in it, and I'm just trying to make it work. So here we go. Loading into game number 2 in our best of 3 on Braxis holdout. We do have on the red team for Penguin Bob and the uninstalls. We have Arduous Bow on Sonya. Full of Pathos on Kale Thos, Penguin Bob on the ETC, Arumis on the Medivh, and Thermic on the Lieutenant Morales. And for TNG on the blue side, we have Ataro on the Greymane, Paxtus on the Ragnaros, Workhorse on the Lucio, Grim on the Zarya, and Stu Manchu on the Diablo. This game is the last chance PBU has to stay alive and push this to a game number 3. I am hoping that they can pull that off. I would like to see a game number 3. But I am cautiously optimistic, because while it would be nice to have it, I don't know that they're going to be able to defeat our Lord of Terror Diablo. Medivh rights a lot of wrongs, though, and we do have a pause right away. Going to see what's up with that. Just waiting for that to get fixed. All right, we do have a minute for one of the players, so we'll just have to hold on while this pause gets taken care of. So looking at the talents, we do have Greymane moving into his Gilnean cocktail build. Sulfurous Hungers, which is typical talent. Slip. That's interesting. Okay. I do not recall seeing Lucio run Slip before, but that could work out quite nicely. Stable Portal. Prog Rock. Prog Rock on this map sometimes is hit or miss. With the globe spawner at the bottom lane, sometimes Prog Rock can be really nice. It doesn't hurt. It's going to help you heal your team. I'm just not sure that was the right move. We did have a pseudo disconnect, so we're just waiting on that team member to reconnect, and then we will be good to go. So we should be back in less time than it takes for you guys to see the Heroes Defy trailer. All right, so here we go.
10 seconds.
We are back into the game, and
4,
yeah, let's see how we go.
1. Access granted.
So we do have Sonya starting off top immediately. Ragnaros is making his way top, and we have the typical 4-on-4 in the bottom lane for the rest. The Love Doctor throwing out an immediate heart grenade at her bae, Diablo, looking to say, "What's up, girl? I'm just here to say hi. I got my heart mountain. I love you." Diablo having none of that, though, and we are going to see these two teams kind of engage on themselves. That was a weird grenade by the Zarya, who is now apparently a bot. So we might actually need another pause. Unfortunately, the teams have to be the ones to do the pause, and they may or may not have noticed it so far. Sonya and Ragnaros going back and forth, doing about the same amount of damage to each other. But Sonya tapped already, and Ragnaros waiting to tap because he knows he will eventually heal. A lot of damage getting traded on the bottom lane, and Zarya is no longer a bot, so that has been taken care of. It does look like PBU is putting out the bigger numbers right now against TNG, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's really early in the game, and both teams are at the same XP level. Ooh, that was a beautiful stun onto the medic. That's going to be a dead Morales. So Diablo clearly not interested in the love grenade that Morales sent his way earlier on, and just kills her instead. And that's what happens when you snub the Lord of Terror, ladies and gentlemen. When he comes calling the first time, you must say hi. A good slide by ETC to interrupt the gray main, but not going to get too much value out of it. It may actually cost him his life, but Medivh saving him with a shield, and Diablo taking enough damage to go back and tap real quick. TNG is slightly ahead XP-wise, nothing that I would actually call significant. And after getting 44% of the beacon, TNG does lose the top one to Sonya. Level 4 is picked up by TNG, though. Go ahead. And Ragnaros is going to pick up the beacon. And that's going to start the ticker moving forward for TNG to get the full 100. Level 4 also picked up for PBU. And we do see automated block coming out for Morales. That may help keep her alive a bit, but really it's going to be the portals and the shields from Medivh that's going to save her life. And we do see 100% Zerg wave pushing bottom to a small Zerg wave pushing top for PBU. I would expect at least the front wall here, possibly the fort. Depends on whether or not PBU loses any of their heroes to TNG during this push. Ragnaros up top has already cleared out the Zerg wave. Diablo's sitting pretty low. I'm not sure he wants to go back in there. I think maybe he should back out, which he does end up doing. And this is going to be the fort falling for PBU. Giving TNG a significant XP lead. ETC in a really bad place here. I would expect him to die Medivh trying to save his life, but no, ETC does die. The fort, however, is still alive and does not look to be losing its life anytime soon. Alright, both Zerg waves are cleared, but we do have 7 picked up for TNG. Talents on the screen. We do see Party Mix for Lucio. Definitely building cocktail build for Greymane. All 3 talents so far are cocktail talents. And Soul Shield for Spell Shield on Diablo picked up. Also, Zarya getting pretty close with her Demolitions Expert quest. Oh, KT in a bad place is going to go down almost immediately. And I would expect, and yes they are, I would expect TNG to invade PBU's larger camp in the bottom and see if they can't take that for themselves. So this is the Bruiser camp going over to TNG on PBU's side of the map. And that should finish off the fort. Excuse me. ETC in a really bad place here. The rest of PBU is between him and safety. And, oh, he barely gets into that portal. But Zarya is in there with him and looking to actually still kill him. I don't know if they're going to get him before. No, he is going to be able to get on the other side of the keep wall before taking any more damage. TNG doing a decent amount of damage to PBU's keep wall. And top lane, we do have Ragnaros pushing in with his mercenary camp. Sonya getting really low, has to be out. Oh, I thought Ragnaros might be able to get her there. No, she is far enough away that she's going to be able to pour out. And beacons are up, and bottom beacon already picked up by TNG. Ooh, Ragnaros, you may be in a bad spot. There's a rotation coming your way. Ragnaros taking a ton of damage, and that's going to be a dead Ragnaros. Alright, bottom beacon is firmly in the hands of TNG. Top beacon getting picked up right now by the boys from PBU. And it looks like Zarya, Diablo, Greymane, and Lucio are going to escort a Merc camp in. Couple of Firebats. Say, what's up, Firebats? Do some damage to this wall. We want to take it out. ETC is rotating around, though, and picking up the bottom beacon. That's going to be both beacons going over to the side of PBU. Keep wall is down now for PBU, and they PBU rotates back and picks that bottom beacon back up, only giving about 20% over to PBU. And now they have secured both beacons, so TNG has started building their minion, or their Zerg wave. We do have a rotation to the top lane coming on pretty strong. Diablo could be looking to get a kill in here, and is indeed trying to charge but not getting anybody. Both beacons back in the hands of TNG, and the inevitable push of the Zerg wave is coming. Sonya B-stepping a little bit there for PBU. That was the, hey, you guys are probably going to win this, but I'm B-stepping in front of you anyway. Maybe I can get in your head. Alright, so fort down bottom lane. And we do, and Molten Core already popped from Ragnaros, looking to maybe secure some kills. And the Zerg wave is coming top lane, but we do have 10s picked up and 7s picked up. So here's a quick look at the talents while we have a little bit of skirmishing going on. Sulfurous Smash, Diablo going Lightning Breath. That'll be interesting to see. Lucio going the Sound Barrier, of course, and Greymane Curse Bullet, which is the typical pickup there. If PBU can get some either a kill or possibly clear this wave, they could get their 10s in. There they are. Diablo, though, already popping out his Lightning Breath, and there's a 4-man ley line. Well done into the Phoenix, into the leap, and that's going to be some kills going the way of PBU. Definitely picked up at least Diablo there, but Diablo, using all of his souls, is going to be up right now and on his way back to the fight. Oh, and the poor Love Doctor getting picked off by a cocktail and a grenade. That had to hurt, and it looks like we're going to have TNG re-engage here. Medivh really low, but portal's out. So Furious Smash not hitting anybody thanks to that portal. That is going to be level 13 talents for TNG. And the keep is down top lane. So they're going to go ahead and they're going to back out and set up for a possible bush party here. Alright, so Zarya does get spell armor with her shield now, which is always helpful. Diablo, unstoppable, shielded, and popping that lightning breath, looking to pump out a ton of damage. And a lot of PBU is low, but TNG is going to go ahead and back out. They were looking for a kill there and didn't get it, and now they're just going to paint the map blue in as many places as they can. Alright, so Firebat's taken. We do have the Bruiser camp for PBU actually being invaded by TNG right now. PBU has to clear top because there is nothing there to stop it, to stop that camp from going core. And TNG rotating around, taking the other set of Firebats, their close siege camp right now. Leyline going out and catching 2 people, 3 people. Diablo way in the back there. Nobody killed just yet. The camp is available for whoever can stick it. And that's going to be 2 deaths on the side of PBU. Morales and Sonya already down. That's going to be a dead Lucio, though. Diablo really low here. I'm not sure he wants to keep pushing, but ETC going down as well. So that's going to be a 3-for-1. And it looks like TNG is going to go ahead and push in and try and knock this keep down. I like this play. If they can get this, Ragnaros can Molten Core if they want to stay in, or they can just back out after finishing that keep and know that they'll have catapults pushing both lanes. And that looks like what they're going to do. Pull back, grab the beacons, possibly even start boss. It's 15 versus 12. PBU doesn't have their level 13 talents yet, so starting boss is not bad, but it looks like we're going to have TNG taking the other smaller camps first, so taking their own Bruiser camp and getting that finished. And now we're going to go ahead and start boss. Alright, TNG starting the boss after we had Medivh scout the boss, see nobody was on the boss, and then go capture the lower point, or at least start capturing it. But sniffing out that they're on the boss, I'm not sure anything's going to happen here. He's got Leyline, and he stops Diablo, but that was not going to be enough. Boss going over to the blue team. Sonya dying for her troubles. Wow, that's going to be a KT and a Medivh, and now a Love Doctor Morales. ETC, the only surviving member. Boss pushing top lane. Full beacon about to push the bottom lane, and TNG just going core, looking to finish with only ETC up, mosh pitting by himself with Ragnaros and Diablo bottom lane. That's not going to be enough to really change anything, and that, as they say, is game. Ragnaros in Molten Core. TNG doing what they've done every week this season, just knocking out other teams.